So I received a message from Tony Portelli from MI Raw, also the guy behind For Liberty Records back in the day, and he said, do you want to do a remix of this artist that I've got at the moment? It's Kayla, and I've got the website open here. I'm going to give you a little preview of the kind of stuff that she's doing at the moment. Really good acoustic version, and she's definitely one to watch out for. There's a SoundCloud element down here with some tracks on it, and of course the website address kaylalayton.com. Now I'll play this, and whilst it's playing, I don't want to talk too much over what she's doing, but get a sense of the kind of style that she's doing there. So the track that I've got to remix isn't this. I'm going to show you about the remix in a second.
Breaking our backs just to earn enough to pay our taxes. The debts and bills, they keep on mounting in the pursuit to find our happiness. So
a great acoustic performance there. Now, the actual, well, I've just seen my email 666. That's a little bit scary, isn't it? Anyway, back to the sequence. Now, look, what I've done is I've imported the vocal here, and I wanted to demonstrate something to you guys. It's really important when you start off working with a track to get the vocal sitting nicely before you're doing the remix. And you know what I'm going to be doing is likely to be a dub, you know, so like the kind of stuff that I'm known for doing doesn't mean I'm going to be using the full vocal, but I need to get the phrasing right and get it kind of sitting right with the kind of stuff that I'm going to do. Now, the original tempo is 75 BPM, right? So let me just show you here, right? I'm gonna play it on its own, and let me just get everything sorted out here. I need a little bit more detail. Let me just solo. So listen to this, right? 75 BPM. I'll put the clock on.
Only I could tell you what's really on my mind. If I could just be honest, it would save us some time.
So it's slow, basically. Now what I've got is I've got a loop here, alright, so this is a hat loop. Now what I would tend to do is I would get the vocal warped, alright. Now this is all nicely set up, alright, so I'm just going to say here we want to get the correct timing, so let me just show you that, alright. So look, it's going to sound the same. Let me take off the loop there. So once again, the vocal. And I'm using the Complex Pro algorithm here. At the moment, we're not going to hear any artifacts of the stretching because I'm not deviating from the original tempo. So look, this is a starting point, right? So we're at 75 BPM. That is too slow for me to work with. So the hats are here for a reason. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the tempo. I'm going to take it to about 123. So the starting point was the warping on the actual vocal. Sometimes things can be a lot more complex. I was lucky here that the beginning is right at the beginning of the bar here, so I didn't have to work out any of the phrasing. That's exactly as it was on the original. But let me just show you here, right? So look, this is what I found. So we're going to go 123. Just going to bring the beats down. Now, we've had to deviate quite a long way away from the original tempo. So look, let's solo that. Let's take the click off. And you hear that warble going on there, this kind of artifact from the stretching, because it is such a large amount. And I could try a little bit of tweaking on the algorithm, but to be honest with you, it's not really worth it. This is a sound that actually, for something like a garage remix, like an old school kind of thing or a two-step, it might work at this tempo, but I just got a feeling it's a little bit too fast for me. I'll see what happens by the end of the mix. Maybe I'll go with some of these fast, maybe I'll go with some of them slow. But what I really like about Ableton is a quick way to deal with an old school technique that we used to use. We used to find if the vocal was too fast, the best thing to do would be to actually go kind of like half tempo. You know, so the quick easy way to do that is in fact to double the tempo on the clip. All right, so look, it's 75 at the moment. I'm going to do times 2. So it's pretending that the original vocal is at 150 BPM, and when it's playing back, it's going to be half the speed. So it's going to be a lot more relaxed. So look.
Only I could tell you what's really on my mind.
And we can hear a couple of artifacts, but it's nowhere near as obvious. It's a much smoother vocal sound. So bring the hats back on.
my own worst enemy.
So you see what I'm saying? It's a lot more relaxed.
'Cause I'm scared to trust in you.
The vocals sound a lot more natural. So this is a concept, all right? So look, on Ableton you can do it really quickly. Once you've got the tempo set up, get your transport the same so as the original actual vocal tempo, and then if you're finding when you're going back to the tempo you want to work at, when you're going faster, that the vocal phrasing is too fast, just double the tempo on the clip and see how you get on. So I've got a lot of work to do here. There's no guarantee that the remix is going to be accepted by the label either. So I've got to work now, take the vocal, decide what I'm going to do with it, build a backing around it, matching the key of the vocal, everything else. So it's going to be really interesting. If Tony allows me, and if Kayla's cool about it, then I'll show you guys the finished product if it gets accepted. But you know, I've got approval for doing this just to show you. And check out Kayla. She looks like she's going to do really well. And you know, come back on the channel, and maybe there'll be an update in a few weeks with the finished item. So yeah, see how it goes.